This is Functional Horsemanship. Today I'm going to be trying to start a fire with a magnesium stick and a piece of metal. I've got a deer antler here with a piece of magnesium glued onto it or into a groove into the deer antler, and I've got a little piece of hacksaw blade cut off here. It's got the serrated edge on one and the flat edge on the other. I keep this in my saddlebag. In lieu of a lighter. Lighters are hard to start fires with unless you can get down below the wind line, because they could break also in your saddlebags, being plastic and whatnot. Plus, I kind of like doing this the traditional way. Why this is important to you is if you're out there on the trail, backcountry, packing or whatnot, and you need to build a fire to stay warm, to cook on, in case you got wet, maybe in a rainstorm or a snowstorm or whatnot, and you actually got to get dry to save your life. This is a fieldcraft skill come in handy. I'm going to dig a hole here out of the wind line, put all my tinder that I'm going to be used to start my fire right alongside it, so I can get my fire going before I go get more wood. Last thing you want to do is get a fire started, try to go get more wood, and have the fire go out before you get back. Taking a piece of yucca root here. It's really dry. I've broken it apart, seeing the little fibers in here. I'm going to separate them. Put this down in the bottom of my fire pit. I keep lint from the dryer. I collect that and put that into my little magnesium fire starter bag here and carry it with me, so I always have a little bit of tinder. Stick that lint down into those fibers, and I'm going to take my magnesium fire starter here. I'm going to use the serrated edge, and I'm just going to slowly scrape off some of that powder so I can help get that spark started. Well, I'm getting the spark going now. But once I think I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and direct the spark down into that tinder. If I get a smoke, I may have to start nursing that. It kind of went out. I'm going to separate those tinders a little more. Direct my spark. A little spark going now. I'm going to add my dry tinder. Smallest to largest. Once I get a good flame going, I can add a little bit larger tinder here. And I've got a fire. If you don't have any tinder with you, you may want to consider looking for bird's nest. This is a bird's nest I found, and I disassembled it. It has all sorts of paper and whatnot in there. But again, yucca roots or dried twigs, you can break them apart and get some of that good fibers, start your fire. Hope this helps. Can't really tell you where you can get your own magnesium fire starter, but just Google it, get up on the web and look. I buy this from a gentleman up in New Mexico, and again, all it is a piece of magnesium rod that's been glued into a groove in a deer antler with a piece of hacksaw blade here, and I hope that's a skill being interesting to you. Functional Horsemanship, you have a safe journey.